What if I told you that building wealth doesn't start with a big salary, lucky break, or $1 million idea? It starts with a habit, one small decision, repeated daily, quietly, without applause. Welcome to Wealth Habits, where we reveal how small financial actions can lead to massive long-term success. From paying yourself first to building invisible money machines that work while you sleep, this audiobook will teach you the real path to freedom. This isn't theory. These are the habits used by real millionaires, quiet winners, silent investors, people who started small and ended big. If you're tired of financial stress and ready to take control of your money, one smart habit at a time, then press play. This is your financial reset. This is Wealth Habits, only on ProfitWave Audio. Introduction: Small habits, big wealth. Most people think wealth is about income. It's not. It's about behavior. Wealth isn't something that magically appears. It's not about luck, inheritance, or timing. It's about behavior, repeated behavior, tiny daily actions, small money decisions, done consistently over time. That's what builds real, lasting wealth. This audiobook isn't here to impress you with financial jargon. It's here to empower you with simple habits. Habits you can build, habits that stick. We'll show you how wealth isn't about how much you make, but how you manage, grow, and respect what you make. You see, people often chase the big things: the next investment, the perfect side hustle, or the highest paying job. But they ignore the small daily patterns, the ones that either build wealth or destroy it. Let me ask you, do you check your bank balance only when it's almost empty? Do you save what's left, if there's anything left at all? Do you feel like no matter how much you earn, it's never enough? Then this audiobook is for you. The secret isn't in working more hours. It's in working smarter with the money you already have. And that starts with habits. The wealthy don't wait to feel ready. They don't rely on motivation. They rely on systems. And this audiobook, it's your system. Inside, you'll learn 10 financial habits that can change your life. Why they work, backed by psychology and real-world results. How to apply each habit immediately, no complex tools or apps needed, and how to make each habit automatic, so your money grows while you sleep. Whether you earn $500 a month or $5,000, these habits will work for you. And no, you don't need a finance degree or a trust fund. You need discipline, clarity, and 10 minutes a day. So get ready, because after this audiobook, money will no longer control you. You will control your money. Let's begin with the first and most important habit of all. Chapter 1, Pay Yourself First. If you don't pay yourself first, you'll always be working for someone else's dreams. Most people spend their whole life working for others, their landlord, their employer, their credit card company, but never prioritize themselves. This habit changes that. Pay yourself first means this: before you spend $1 on anything else, you set aside money for your future self. That means saving. That means investing. That means protecting yourself first, not last. When your paycheck hits your account, you don't wait until everything else is paid to save. You save first, then live off the rest. It could be 10% into a savings account, 5% into investments, 1% into an emergency fund. It doesn't matter how small. What matters is that you make yourself the priority. Why this habit is so powerful? Because it forces you to treat saving like a non-negotiable expense, just like rent, just like food. It creates financial discipline without needing willpower. You're telling your brain, my future is more important than short-term spending. And over time, that mindset builds real wealth. Real example. Let's say you earn $3,000 per month. If you save just 10%, that's $300 a month. In a year, you have $3,600. In 10 years, even with basic interest, that becomes tens of thousands of dollars, all from one simple habit. And you didn't need to earn more. You just needed to prioritize smarter. How to start today: 1. Choose your percent. Start small if needed, 1%, 5%, or 10%. 2. Open a separate account. Keep savings out of sight. 3. Set up auto transfer. Make it automatic. Set it once and forget it. 4. Don't touch it. Pretend it doesn't exist. Do this for 3 months. You'll see the results. Do it for 3 years. You'll be ahead of 90% of people. Most common excuse, but I don't make enough to save. Truth, if you don't save when you earn a little, you won't save when you earn a lot. Saving is not about the amount. It's about the habit. Start small, stay consistent, let it grow. The first step to financial freedom is to pay yourself first. Always. Let this be the habit that unlocks everything else. Chapter 2. Track every dollar. The awareness habit. From wealth habits, how tiny money moves create massive financial success. You can't change what you don't track. If paying yourself first is the first step to building wealth, then tracking your money is how you take control of the entire journey. You see, most people don't have a money problem. They have an awareness problem. They don't know where their money's going, how much they spend on small things, why they're always broke before payday. And without that awareness, you can't change your financial life because you're operating in the dark. Why tracking works. Think of tracking your spending like turning on a flashlight in a messy room. Suddenly, you see where the waste is. You notice what's unnecessary. You find opportunities to cut back or save. Tracking doesn't just reveal the numbers. It shows you your habits, because money always leaves a trail. And when you follow that trail, you find the truth. Real-life wake-up calls. Here's what happens when people start tracking their money. Someone earning $4,000 a month realizes they spend $700 a month eating out. Another sees they're paying for 5 unused subscriptions. Someone else learns their weekend fun money adds up to $400 a month, more than their monthly savings. No judgment, just awareness. And awareness is powerful. It turns vague feelings like, I think I'm doing okay, into data. I know where every dollar went this month, and I can adjust. The psychology behind it. Tracking gives you a sense of control. When you track, you stop guessing. You start making intentional decisions. That reduces stress, it eliminates guilt, and it builds confidence. Because now you're not just spending, you're managing how to track every dollar. The easy way, you don't need spreadsheets or 5 apps. Just choose one of the following methods. 1. Manual tracking, notebook or notes app. Every time you spend money, write it down. At the end of each day, log your spending in categories. Weekly review totals, best for awareness and habit building. 2. Spreadsheet tracking, create columns, date, category, amount, notes. Log expenses daily or weekly. Use totals to analyze patterns. Best for people who love data. 3. Budgeting apps. Use apps like Mint YNAB, you need a budget. Pocket Guard, good budget. These apps link to your bank account and auto-categorize your spending. Best for convenience and automation categories to track. Start with these basics: income, rent, mortgage, groceries, transportation, eating out, entertainment subscriptions, savings, debt payments, miscellaneous. Over time, you can create custom categories that reflect your life. What you'll learn in 30 days. Track your money for just 1 month and you'll discover where you're overspending, where you're undersaving, what you truly value, what's just waste. For example, you thought you spent $100 a month on takeout. Turns out it's $250. You plan to save $300 a month, but it never actually happens. You didn't realize your subscription stack is $120 a month. Now with data, you can fix it. Small tweaks, big wins. Once you track, you'll find easy ways to save. Cut out 1 to 2 subscriptions, plus $20 a month. Cook 2 more meals at home, plus $40 a month. Set a weekly fun budget. Avoid impulse purchases. Even saving an extra $100 a month gives you $1,200 per year. That's a flight. That's emergency cash. That's a growing investment. All because you started tracking. Turn it into a habit. To make tracking stick, choose a tracking method. Keep it simple. Set a daily reminder. 5 minutes a day. Celebrate your clarity. Reward the consistency. Review weekly or monthly. Adjust with intention. Remember, this is not about judgment. It's about ownership. You control your money now, and that's powerful. What gets measured gets managed. What gets managed grows. Tracking your money is the second wealth habit. Build it now, and you'll never again wonder, where did my money go? You'll already know. Chapter 3, Automate to Dominate. The Power of Automatic Savings and Investing. From Wealth Habits, How Tiny Money Moves Create Massive Financial Success. Success isn't about willpower, it's about systems. Most people fail at saving and investing, not because they don't want to, but because they try to rely on memory, motivation, or mood. Let's be honest. If saving money required discipline every single month, almost nobody would be consistent. That's why the third wealth habit is so powerful. Automation. When you automate your financial habits, you stop depending on willpower and start building wealth by default. What is automation? Automation means setting up systems that handle money tasks for you automatically. That includes automatically transferring money into savings right after payday, automatically investing a portion of your income, automatically paying bills or debts before due dates, automatically funding your retirement. It's about removing the decision from your daily life so good things happen without effort. Why it works so well. Here's the truth. Human brains are lazy. We forget. We procrastinate. We get emotional, especially when it comes to money. Automation removes that emotional burden. Instead of asking, should I save this month? The system just does it every month. No excuses. Automation protects your future from your present impulses. Real example. Imagine you earn $3,000 per month. You set up an automatic system. $300 goes to savings, 10%. $200 goes to investments via apps like Acorns, Robinhood, or index funds. $50 goes to emergency fund, bills are paid on autopay. You never have to think about it. You just live on what's left. You've already done the most important financial task before you even start spending. That's not just smart, it's stress-free. How to automate your finances, step by step. Step 1, open 3 basic accounts. 1, spending account for day-to-day expenses. 2, savings account for short-term and emergency goals. 3, investment account for long-term growth. Use apps or brokers like Vanguard, Fidelity, Robinhood, Acorns, etc. Step 2, set automated transfers. As soon as your salary hits your account, a fixed percentage goes to each purpose. Example, 10% to savings, 10% to investments, 5% to an emergency fund. Set it up with your bank or use apps like Chime, automatic saving, Acorns, auto invest, spare change, Fidelity, Vanguard, scheduled stock or index fund investments. Step 3, set bills on autopay. Avoid late fees, reduce stress, improve your credit score. Just make sure you track what's being auto-deducted. The magic of consistency. Let's say you invest just $200 per month into a simple index fund that grows at 7% per year. In 10 years, that turns into nearly $35,000 without lifting a finger. In 20 years, over 100,000 plus, all from a system you set up once. But what if I don't have much money? Start small. Even automating $10 a week is more powerful than doing nothing. It builds the habit. It builds momentum. And as your income grows, your system grows with you. Remember, you don't have to be rich to automate. You become rich because you automate. Peace of mind. The real gift of automation isn't just the money, it's the peace. You no longer have to wonder, did I remember to save? Did I invest this month? What if I forget to pay the bill? You've already handled it. Automate your money and you automate your freedom. Habit recap. How to make it stick. 1, set up automated transfers immediately after payday. 2, split money into savings, investments, and expenses. 3, Let your system grow over time. 4. Check in once a month. Not every day, start today. And watch your finances transform over the next 12 months. Chapter 4. Delay gratification, accelerate wealth from wealth habits. How tiny money moves create massive financial success. Poor is loud and now. Wealth is quiet and later. One of the most powerful money habits of wealthy people is the ability to delay gratification, to resist spending now in exchange for a bigger reward later. It sounds simple, but in today's instant world, it's one of the hardest things to do. Everywhere you look, you're encouraged to spend now. One-click shopping, buy now, pay later, same-day delivery, limited time offers, social media flex culture. You're constantly told, if you want it, get it. But wealthy people, they operate differently. They've trained their minds to pause, to wait, to think long-term. What is delayed gratification? It means saying, I could buy this, but I'd rather invest it. I want it now, but I'll wait until I can afford it twice. I'd rather have financial freedom later than temporary pleasure now. It's not about deprivation. It's about prioritization. It's about choosing wealth over impulse. The marshmallow test. In a famous study at Stanford University, kids were offered a choice, 1 marshmallow now, or 2 marshmallows if they waited 15 minutes. The kids who waited, decades later, they were found to be more successful in income, career, and health. Why? Because they had built the habit of delaying gratification, and that carries into every part of life, especially money. Real-world example. Let's say you get a $500 bonus. Most people buy new clothes, upgrade their phone, go out to eat, but someone with delayed gratification says, let me invest this $500 instead. That $500 invested with an average 7% return for 20 years becomes nearly $2,000. The spender has nothing left but memories. The investor has wealth. Train your brain to wait. Just like a muscle, delayed gratification is a skill you build. Here's how. 1. Create a 48-hour rule. Before any non-essential purchase, wait 48 hours. If you still want it and can afford it without debt, then go ahead. But most of the time, the impulse will fade. 2. Turn wants into goals. See something you want? Turn it into a savings goal. Track your progress. When you finally buy it, you'll value it more and stay in control. 3. Use visual reminders. Set your phone wallpaper to your goal. A debt-free life, a dream home, investment screenshots, a travel plan. When tempted to spend, your goal reminds you, this is bigger than that impulse. Beware of the instant culture trap. Social media creates pressure to look rich, even if you're broke. Buy now, pay later schemes keep people in debt. Marketing tricks convince you it's a deal when it's just a distraction. Remember, most people go broke trying to look rich. Wealthy people stay rich by living like they're still broke. Delayed gratification lets you win quietly, while others lose loudly. The power of compounding. When you delay gratification and invest instead of spend, you unlock the power of compounding. It's simple math. $100 spent equals gone forever. $100 invested for 20 years equals approximately $400, plus $100 invested monthly for 20 years equals approximately $50,000, plus one sacrifice today can become a fortune tomorrow. Make it a lifestyle. Wealthy people aren't cheap. They're intentional. They spend on what matters. They delay what doesn't. And as their money grows, their patience pays off. So next time you're tempted to splurge, ask yourself, am I choosing momentary pleasure or lifelong freedom? Choose freedom. Every single time. Discipline creates distance between you and debt, between you and stress, between you and financial fear. Build the habit of delayed gratification and accelerate your journey to wealth. Chapter 5. Learn before you earn. The habit of financial education. From wealth habits, how tiny money moves create massive financial success. The more you learn, the more you earn. Warren Buffett. Earning money is important, but knowing what to do with it is even more powerful. That's why one of the most underrated but essential wealth habits is financial education. The wealthy don't just chase money, they chase knowledge about how money works, how to grow it, how to protect it, and how to multiply it. They know that learning about money is often more valuable than earning more of it. Why financial education matters. Here's the hard truth. Most people were never taught how money actually works. We learned algebra, geography, maybe even chemistry, but not how to manage a budget, avoid debt, invest wisely, build credit, or retire with freedom. That's not your fault, but it is your responsibility now. What happens without it? Without financial education, you make more money but don't know how to keep it. You fall into debt traps, credit cards, loans, BNPL. You rely on guesswork or bad advice. You stay stuck in the same financial cycle. Year after year, money without knowledge is like having a Ferrari without a steering wheel. You might look good, but you're headed straight for a crash. What happens with it? With financial education, you make smarter decisions with every dollar. You build wealth, even with a small income. You avoid scams, debt, and money stress. You become confident and in control. Because when you understand money, it stops being scary and starts becoming a tool. Knowledge compounds like money. Just like investments compound over time, so does your financial wisdom. The more you learn, the faster you grow, the fewer mistakes you make, the more opportunities you recognize. Think of your brain like a bank account. Every time you learn, you make a deposit. Over time, that knowledge earns interest, and it pays you back in big ways. How to build the habit of learning. You don't need hours a day, you need consistency. First, read one finance book a month. Start with Rich Dad, Poor Dad by Robert Kiyosaki, The Psychology of Money by Morgan Housel, I Will Teach You to Be Rich by Ramit Sethi, The Millionaire Next Door by Thomas J. Stanley. Even 10 minutes a day adds up. 2. Listen to audiobooks and podcasts. Turn your commute, workout, or downtime into learning time. Try The Dave Ramsey Show, Bigger Pockets Money Podcast. Choose FI, The Ramsey Network, Motley Fool, Money 3. Watch finance YouTubers, but be careful. Stick to credible voices, Graham Stephan, Andre, Geek Minority Mindset, Nate O'Brien, Ryan Scribner. 4. Follow the 1-to-1 rule. For every hour you work for money, spend 1 hour learning how money works. Even 30 minutes per week puts you ahead of 90% of people. Turn knowledge into action. Learning is powerful, but only if you apply it. After you learn, write down one action step. Apply it within 7 days. Track the results. This turns ideas into income. The wealthy never stop learning. Warren Buffett reads 5+ hours a day. Oprah is obsessed with self-education. Bill Gates takes reading vacations. Why? Because the more they learn, the more they earn. And more importantly, the less they fear money. Make it a lifelong habit. Set a daily learning goal, even 5 to 10 minutes. Join finance communities online, Reddit, Our Personal Finance, Our Financial Independence. Take one course a year on taxes, investing, or business. Teach someone else what you've learned. That locks it in. Formal education will make you a living. Self-education will make you a fortune. Jim Rohn. So make this a non-negotiable habit. Learn before you earn, and keep learning after you earn, because financial knowledge is the only investment that always gives you full control. Chapter 6. Make money while you sleep. The habit of passive income. From wealth habits, how tiny money moves create massive financial success. If you don't find a way to make money while you sleep, you will work until you die. Warren Buffett. Most people only earn money one way, trading their time for it. They work an hour, they get paid for that hour. Stop working, the money stops too. That's active income. And there's nothing wrong with it, but it's limited. You only have 24 hours in a day. You can only work so much. Wealthy people understand this. That's why they build something different. Passive income. What is passive income? Passive income is money you earn without having to actively work for it every time. You build the system once, and it keeps generating income for you. Examples include rental income, dividends from stocks, royalties from books, music, or digital products, YouTube monetization, affiliate income interest from savings or bonds, online courses or ebooks, peer-to-peer lending returns. With passive income, your money works even when you don't, while you sleep, while you travel, while you rest. That's how freedom is built. The 2 doors to passive income. There are only 2 ways to create passive income. 1. Invest capital. You use your money to make more money. Examples: stock dividends, index fund growth, CURETs, real estate investment trusts, high-yield savings or bonds, buying a rental property. This takes money up front, but very little time after. 2. Build assets. You use your time and skill to build something once that pays you forever. Examples: write an ebook, launch a course, monetize a YouTube channel, create a mobile app, build a niche blog with affiliate income. This takes effort up front, but minimal effort afterward. Why passive income is a game changer? Because it breaks the time-money link. With active income, you must keep working to get paid. You burn out. Your income is capped. With passive income, you work once, get paid repeatedly. You earn even while resting. Your income is scalable. That's the secret weapon of the wealthy. Down arrow. Why most people don't build it? Because it takes time up front. There's no instant reward. They don't believe it's real. But here's the truth. It's real and it works for those who are patient. Just like planting a tree, it takes time to grow, but once it does, it feeds you forever. How to start building passive income. Today 1. Start with what you have got, $100. Start with index funds or dividend stocks. Got writing skills? Write an ebook and publish on Amazon. Got teaching ability? Make a course on Udemy or Skillshare. Got a YouTube idea? Launch a faceless channel like ProfitWave. 2. Automate your earnings. Use tools like Gumroad, Podia, or Teachable to sell digital products. Use affiliate platforms, Amazon Impact, CJ Affiliate. Set up auto investing with apps like Acorns, Robinhood, or M1, Finance 3. Focus on one stream first. Don't try to build 5 income streams at once. Build one. Make it stable. Then expand. 4. Reinvest the profits. Let your passive income fund more passive income. Example: $100 per month from affiliate marketing. Reinvest that into dividend stocks. Now you have 2 income streams, both growing. Patience pays. It might take 6 months to launch your first product, 1 year to earn your first $1,000, 3 years to earn $1,000 a month. But once it's working, it doesn't stop. It compounds, it scales. Passive income is slow until it's fast. Real-world examples. A teacher writes a $9 ebook on classroom tips. It sells 200 copies per month, equals $1,800 per month. A YouTuber creates faceless finance videos, earns $500 per month from ads plus $300 from affiliate links. A photographer sells presets online, $50 per day in passive income. A regular employee invests $200 per month in dividend ETFs, earns $80 per month after 3 years. These are not millionaires. These are consistent creators and investors. You can be one too. Make passive income a habit. Spend 1 hour per week creating your asset. Set automatic investments. Study one new income model each month. Track your monthly money while I sleep earnings. Soon you'll wake up to money, literally. Passive income is not just money. It's freedom, options, and peace. Build it once. Reap it forever. Chapter 7. Embrace boredom. The secret to long-term wealth. From Wealth Habits: How Tiny Money Moves Create Massive Financial Success. Success is doing the obvious thing for an uncommonly long period of time without getting bored. Shane Parrish. In a world obsessed with hacks, shortcuts, and the next big thing, this might surprise you, Boredom is one of the most powerful tools in wealth building. Why? Because real wealth isn't built in moments of excitement. It's built in months and years of repetition, discipline, and consistency. What does it mean to embrace boredom? It means doing the same simple things over and over again. Saving automatically, investing regularly. Living below your means, tracking your spending, avoiding emotional money decisions, repeating the basics. Even when they're no longer fun, it means saying no to noise. It means choosing proven strategies over shiny distractions. And most importantly, it means trusting the process, even when results are slow. Why people fail at wealth? Because they get bored too fast. They start investing, then jump out when it drops, begin saving, then stop because it feels slow, try budgeting, then quit after a week. They're addicted to new, not committed to true. But wealth rewards the patient, not the curious. The wealthy are boring, and that's good. Want to know what most millionaires do with their money? They automate it. They invest in index funds. They track their net worth monthly. They live below their income. They ignore the hype. They're not jumping on every crypto coin. They're not trying to flip stocks daily. They're not changing strategies every 3 months. They pick a simple, solid path and stick with it. That's how wealth is quietly built. The psychology of consistency. Your brain craves stimulation. It wants new, exciting, risky. But wealth is built by training your brain to respect the boring, the monthly transfer, the consistent budget, the slow-growing portfolio. When you embrace boredom, you free your brain from emotional decisions. You let systems do the heavy lifting. You trade excitement for results. What boring wealth looks like. Let's say you invest $500 per month in a simple index fund. Reinvest dividends. Do this for 20 years. No skipping, no chasing result. That turns into $250,000 plus with average returns. No drama, no trading, no luck. Just boring, beautiful consistency. Now compare that to someone who keeps switching strategies every 3 months. They're busy, but broke. You're bored, but rich. How to build the habit of boring consistency. 1. Set and forget systems, auto-save, auto-invest, auto-track. Make your financial system run in the background, like breathing. 2. Ignore the noise. Don't chase hot stocks or TikTok money trends. Unfollow accounts that create FOMO. Stick to your long-term strategy. 3. Celebrate milestones, not hype. Track monthly progress. Set boring goals. Save $100 per month for 12 months. Reward yourself for showing up, not switching up for. Use boredom as a signal. When money feels boring, you're doing it right. Boredom equals discipline. Discipline equals results. The cost of chasing excitement. Every time you panic sell, overtrade, overspend for a dopamine hit, ditch a plan for something hot, you slow down your journey by months or years. The biggest financial losses often come from breaking boring routines. Make boredom a superpower. Think of your habits like brushing your teeth. It's not exciting, but you do it every day for years, and it works. Your financial life is the same. Repetition greater than reinvention. The fastest way to wealth is often the slowest looking path. Let the others chase hype. You chase habits. And in the end, you'll have everything they dreamed of. Chapter 8. Build the right money circle. Environment is everything from wealth habits. How tiny money moves create massive financial success. You are the average of the 5 people you spend the most time with. Jim Rohn. You can have all the right habits. You can automate your savings, track your spending, and invest consistently. But if the people around you don't support that lifestyle, it's only a matter of time before you fall off track. That's because wealth isn't built in isolation. It's built in environments that reinforce the right behavior. Your circle matters. Your habits are contagious. And your future is shaped by the people you allow closest to you. Money is magnetic. If you surround yourself with big spenders, people who hate budgeting, friends who make fun of saving, partners who avoid financial responsibility. You'll start mirroring those behaviors, even without noticing. But if you surround yourself with budgeters, investors, learners, builders, you'll automatically level up. Money mindsets are infectious. Choose wisely who you catch them from. Are you in the wrong circle? Ask yourself, do your friends encourage smart financial moves or tempt you to spend more? Are the people around you always in debt and okay with it? Is being broke seen as normal or a problem to solve? Do you feel guilty saving money because your circle doesn't? If your circle normalizes financial struggle, it will pull you back the moment you try to grow. You don't need to cut people off, but you do need to build a second circle, one that supports your growth. How to build a wealth-minded circle. 1. Find online communities. Join groups like Reddit's or Our Personal Finance or Our Financial Independence. Facebook groups focused on budgeting or investing. Discord servers or Telegram chats on finance. Twitter your X circles of finance creators. These communities normalize talking about money, celebrating savings goals, sharing wealth-building tips. Surround yourself, as even virtually, with people playing the wealth game, not the flex game. 2. Start conversations. Ask friends and family. What's your saving strategy? Have you started investing yet? What's your financial goal this year? You'd be surprised how many people want to talk about money. They're just waiting for someone else to go first. Your openness creates a ripple. 3. Follow mentors, not celebrities. Unfollow anyone who promotes fake luxury, endless consumerism, a get-rich-quick vibe. Instead, follow people who teach real finance, share failures as well as wins. Focus on building, not just showing. Choose voices that grow you, not distract you. 4. Protect your standards. Even if your friends aren't into money habits, you can hold your line. Invite them to free or budget-friendly activities. Be honest, I'm saving for a goal right now. Don't be ashamed of your discipline. Be proud. Soon you'll inspire more than you think. Upgrade your identity. When you build a better circle, you upgrade your identity. You start to believe, I'm someone who invests. I'm someone who builds wealth. I'm not weird for saving. I'm wise. This isn't about ego. It's about alignment. Your circle should reflect the future you're creating, not the past you're escaping. Your environment is a strategy. Want to lose weight? Hang out with fit people. Want to build a business? Spend time with entrepreneurs. Want to build wealth? Spend time with money-minded people. Environment is not neutral. It either pulls you back or pushes you forward. Choose the one that aligns with your vision. Show me your friends and I'll show you your financial future. Chapter 9. Master money emotions, control feelings, control finances. From wealth habits, how tiny money moves, create massive financial success. Money is 80% behavior, 20% knowledge. Dave Ramsey. You can know all the right things, how to save, budget, invest, and build passive income. But if you can't control your emotions around money, you'll sabotage your own success. That's why the 9th wealth habit is about mastering your money emotions. Because the real enemy isn't the market, inflation, or taxes. It's impulse, it's fear, it's stress, it's ego. Let's fix that. Why emotions control your finances. Money is emotional because it's tied to survival. It reflects our self-worth. It connects to our childhood and beliefs. It affects how safe or unsafe we feel. So when we feel anxious, afraid, or excited, we don't make smart financial decisions. We make fast emotional ones. That's how people panic sell investments, buy things they can't afford, take loans they don't need, stay stuck in debt cycles. Common emotional money traps. 1. Fear. What if I lose it all? What if I invest and the market crashes? I need to hold on to every dollar. This fear leads to hoarding, underinvesting, and missed opportunities. 2. Guilt. I don't deserve money. I feel bad spending on myself. I feel ashamed of my debt. Guilt causes avoidance, which makes problems worse. Third impulse. I've had a tough week. I deserve this. It's on sale. I can't miss out. Everyone else is doing it. Impulse spending is the fastest way to stay broke. Fourth comparison. They just bought a house. I'm behind. Their life looks better than mine. I need to catch up. Comparison creates financial pressure, which leads to bad decisions. How to master your money emotions? Pause before you act. Feel a strong emotion? Pause, breathe, walk away. Give yourself 24 hours before making big money moves. Emotion fades, logic returns. 2. Name the emotion. Say it out loud or write it down. I'm scared. I feel pressured. I'm trying to impress others. Naming emotions gives you power over them. What you can name, you can tame. 3. Set emotional boundaries. Create rules to protect yourself from emotional spending. Examples. No shopping when I'm stressed. No investing based on news headlines. No large purchases without a 48-hour cooling off. Boundaries, willpower. 4. Heal your money story. Ask yourself, what did I learn about money growing up? Do I see money as safety or shame? Do I use money to feel worthy? When you rewrite your money story, you change your money future. 5. Practice gratitude. Instead of focusing on what you lack, focus on what you have. Gratitude grounds you. It helps you stop chasing validation through spending. Write down 3 things you're grateful for financially, 1 smart money move you made recently, 1 goal you're proud to be working on. Gratitude equals calm. Calm equals control. Emotionally strong equals financially strong. Wealthy people aren't cold about money. They're calm. They make decisions based on long-term vision, not short-term emotion. They feel the fear, but still invest. They feel the FOMO, but stick to their plan. They feel the stress, but pause before reacting. That's emotional wealth. Make emotional mastery a habit journal once a week about your financial feelings. Use mantras like, I am in control of my money. Review financial wins during stressful times. Seek support from coaches, books, or communities. This isn't soft. This is strategy. Money flows to those who remain calm when others panic. Control your emotions, and you'll control your financial future. Amazing. Here's the final chapter of Audiobook. Chapter 10. Wealth is a lifestyle. Make it who you are. From Wealth Habits, How Tiny Money Moves Create Massive Financial Success. You don't become wealthy by accident. You become wealthy by identity. By now you've learned strategies, you've learned systems, you've learned how habits, small, consistent actions, shape your financial destiny. But here's the most important truth of all. Wealth is not just something you build, it's something you become. Your identity drives your outcomes. Think about it. A person who identifies as bad with money will avoid learning. A person who says, I'm just a spender, will always stay broke. A person who believes rich people are greedy will subconsciously reject wealth. Your beliefs shape your behavior. Your behavior shapes your results. And your results reinforce your identity. To break the cycle, you don't just need new habits. You need a new self-image. Shift from doing to being. You're not just doing wealth habits anymore. You're being a wealthy person. In thought, action, and belief. Start saying, I'm a saver. I'm a smart investor. I build wealth with purpose. I live below my means and above my excuses. This isn't fake positivity. It's identity-based discipline. When you believe it's who you are, it becomes what you do, effortlessly. Design your wealth lifestyle. Wealth isn't just money in a bank. It's a lifestyle of intention, freedom, calm, clarity, growth. It shows up in what you spend on and what you don't, how you manage stress, who you take advice from, what future you're building, one choice at a time. The lifestyle comes before the millions, because if you can't manage $1,000 wisely, you won't manage $100,000 either. Keep the cycle going. You now have the tools to 1. Pay yourself first. 2. Track every dollar. 3. Automate your wealth. 4. Delay gratification. 5. Learn constantly. 6. Build passive income. 7. Embrace boring consistency. 8. Choose a better money circle. 9. Master your money emotions. These aren't just tips. They're a blueprint, a rhythm, a system. But systems only work when you work them. So keep showing up, keep adjusting, keep going. Because every smart financial move compounds. Every small wealth habit stacks up. Every boring action today becomes a brilliant result tomorrow. Final words, the wealth path is yours. This journey won't always be easy. You'll face setbacks. You'll feel tempted. You'll question yourself. But remember this, you don't rise to the level of your goals. You fall to the level of your habits. So build habits you're proud to fall back on. Build a life where wealth flows naturally because it reflects who you are. Not a dreamer, not a pretender, but a builder, a doer, a finisher. Someone who doesn't just chase wealth, someone who lives it. Thank you for listening to Wealth Habits, How Tiny Money Moves Create Massive Financial Success by ProfitWave Audio. If this audiobook helped shift your mindset or your money, share it, spread the habits, spark the change, because one person building wealth is powerful, but a generation doing it, that's unstoppable. Final outro from ProfitWave Audio. This audiobook was brought to you by ProfitWave Audio, your daily source for smart money habits, passive income ideas, and wealth-building strategies that actually work. If you found value in this, do 3 things. 1. Like and share this audio with someone who wants to change their financial life. 2. Subscribe to the channel for more audio content that builds your bank and your brain. 3. And most importantly, start applying what you just learned because information is just noise until it becomes action. ProfitWave Audio, where your money learns to work for you.